sheet. All right. So what is the depreciation? The annual depreciation, the original one. Hello.
3.1.
3.1. So you see that there has been what? Extra depreciation. So what will be the extra depreciation or the change in depreciation? And this one must be added to PP because a change that's reduced, right? So there will be extra depreciation. So please, what is this extra depreciation? 1 point something or 0 point something?
0.4.
0.4. So this one you add to PP. This one, it is in dollars already. So just add 0.4 to PP. And this one too was the parent asset. So that one to 0.4 will be added to workings 5. So now you have two things to add to workings 5. All right. The 0.4 and the revaluation surplus of 2.25. Okay, now so we can start workings 5. Group within earnings. I know we've spent more than time, but let's finish fast. Okay. So group within earnings. To do this question alone, because it's our first time, you need to take time to explain everything, so it can take more time. So group retained earnings, you start with the retained earnings of the parent only. The retained earnings of Rome in dollars. Okay. So that one was 256. You add share of post profit, the two subsidiaries. So workings 2. So what the share of post profit in Paris and Suez? Paris was 2.10. Suez was what? Suez. No, this is NCI. Mine is going. Okay. So workings 2. Paris parent got what? 4.2. Suez parent got 7.18. Right. So 4.2 and 7.18. $4.2 in Paris and 7.18 in Suez. Then we bring the revaluation surplus. And also bring the extra depreciation or change in depreciation. This one was workings 4II. This one was workings 4II. All right. So the revaluation surplus was 2.25. The change in depreciation was 0.4. Okay. That will be all for group retained earnings. The exchange gains and loss will be recorded in other component of equity. So yes, what's the value for group retained earnings? Yes, fast. Then the next workings will be other components of equity. Down to okay, so what's the figure?
270.03.
Come again.
270.03.
Okay, check it again.
Confirm.
270.03.
Okay, the change in depreciation. Balance of PPE. So the that is 0.4 from it.
The 20th of June to the 31st of July, they will keep away access to everybody. Part of us.
So change in depreciation is not part. Okay.
From the 20th of June to
26963.
All right.
Why is it not part? Won't it affect the group?
He said,
why is it not
let
part?
me read the additional information and see. Let's consider that. So they said this one too has not been taken into account. This one too has not been taken into account. Revaluation surplus, OCI, and PPE itself. It doesn't go to workings. Okay, so it is revaluation surplus that will not be added rather. Thank you, madam. When we're doing PPE, OCI will contain the revaluation surplus and it's also going to other component of equity. So the revaluation surplus will come here rather, okay? So it is the change in depreciation that will come. But if there was no other component of equity, you would have added revaluation surplus. That's why I wrote revaluation surplus here. But we have other components of equity, and that is the right place to send the revaluation surplus. So let me record it before I forget. So revaluation surplus, the 2.25 will come here rather, 2.25, and the change in depreciation will go to this place. Okay, so sorry for that. Okay, so because when we were treating PB, we said revaluation surplus will go to OCI, other components of equity, and it will come to other components of equity in the statement of financial position. And this one will be in the P&L and other comprehensive income statement. Okay, so this is what we did, revaluation surplus. That's why we treated it in OCE, right? Good. So please, what will be the balance for the group retained earnings?
$267.38.
38. This one is 38.0 plus 0.4. Will it be 38? It's not, because the decimals we have 3 decimals. Just this to 0.38 plus this before you come to this. So 78. So group retained is 267.78. There's this question, please try your hands on it like 2 times. Make sure you are okay with it. Okay. Also notes. All right. So 267.78. Now let's determine the other component of equity. I think you'll be done with everything. There was no intragroup transaction, right? There was no intragroup transaction. So we can close some of the brackets. The likes of financial assets, you can close it. Current assets, you can close it. Patent, you record patent. The fair value was 4 million, amortization was 1. So we record just 3 million because we had net assets. The fair value of the patent was 4 million, amortization was 1. So it will be 4 minus 1 intangible assets, remember. Right, so we got just 3. Current financial asset, nothing will affect it. PPE, I think we are done with the PPE. Yeah, so we can close that one too. Then NCI, call it NCI, left it OCE. Current and non-current, nothing will affect it because there was no intragroup loan or something like that, right? So even if an examination, you do this and they say stop work, you know you've done something, but don't start with the workings. Plenty workings, then by the time they say stop work, you've not started what they are looking for. And this is the requirement, this is what they need. If you waste time on the workings and you don't start with this, that's why we start with the skeleton. Okay, so let's work on the other components of equity. Now, you pick the balance BD. And what will be the balance BD for the other components of equity? It will be the other component of equity for the parent alone. Parent alone, the first one alone, 7 million. Now, you remember under workings too, we say whenever there is a difference between other components of equity or revaluation surplus, we do something. So there was a difference of 1. Other component of equity, there's a difference of 1. We subtracted the 1 from the post-acquisition profit before we shared to the parent. So when we were sharing to the parent, it was 70%. By 7 minus 1, we deducted a difference of 1 from the profits before we shared to the parent. But an NCI there, not to affect it. So that 70% of the 1 that we deducted, we now go to other components of equity as a separate workings, add it there. So and this you write of share of post profit. And this share will be 70% of that difference 1 we deducted. So that one will be what? 0.7, right? Good. We've recorded the revaluation surplus. And also, we record the reduction or a decrease in OCE, workings 4I, as a result of the controlling interest, the reduction in NCI. That one will cause a decrease in what? OCE. We said what? 2.97. 2.97. So take note. So we record 2.97. A decrease. It is decreasing the other component of equity figure, right? Then the parent share of exchange gain. When we shared the total exchange gain, parent got, where is it? Yes, total exchange gain. When we shared it, parent got what? 10.26 million. So add that one to your other component of equity. I said if you have other components of equity as a line item in the question, the river exchange gains must be treated here. If you don't have it as a line item, let's say we did not have other components of equity as part of the question. The decrease in the share of exchange gain like this, 10.26 would have been added to workings 5 group retained. So we come and add revaluation surplus. We just come and add if it is not there, or that one will go to NCI. So that one we will treat it as a separate line item. Okay, if there was no OCI, when you are preparing your consolidated statement of financial position, you add revaluation surplus to your equity items in your work. Okay, so if this one we had no other components of equity, when we come to the equity side, okay, after group retained, you write revaluation surplus if there was no other components of equity. And also the decrease in OCE as a result of reduction in NCI, that one will be recorded as a separate line item, a decrease in OCE. Then that one reduction negative, that one you bring it negative. It was negative what? Working 6. So it's negative 2.97. But because we have other component of equity, that's what we are treating here. Now, all these items are component of equity, but because you can't treat it as a single line item if you have other components of equity as a line item there. Because if you are to treat it, you have plenty items under equity. You treat revaluation surplus as a separate line item. This share of post profit, this one will occur as a result of this, so this one is out. The decrease in OCE, you treat it as a separate line item. Share of exchange gains, you treat it as a separate line item called translation reserves. Then you see, it will be plenty. That's why we categorize them under one heading as other component of equity, because all these are equity items and they are not NCI, they are not retained earnings, they are not share capital. So we just write their name. That's why we call it other component of equity. So these are the things that you see in other component of equity. And this is not the first time you are solving a question like this, apart from foreign exchange, the consolidation of foreign subsidiary. The rest, we've solved all of them before, right? So what's the total?
$17.24.
17.24. So this is where we end the question, right? So 17.24, other component of equity, working 6, 17.24. So we can end it here, or should we end it here, or we should just balance it? So you give me the figures. Give me the figures. Fast. PP, someone should do. OJ, take PP. Madam Stella, do financial assets. Madam Sadia, if you are there, do current asset for me. So that we just get the figures fast. So I'm waiting for 1, 2, 3. PP, financial assets, and
Financial
current
asset 32.
financial asset 32. Who is doing for current asset? He said
Financial asset 32.
okay, I
Not
recorded
current
it.
asset.
Yes.
Financial asset.
32.
So who is doing PP? Who is doing current assets? Someone should take PP.
PP is
Okay.
573.
573. Someone should confirm for me. Okay.
It's 284.
Yes, yours is current asset. You are talking about the non-current asset, the first figure. Your current asset is correct.
Okay, I'm getting 603.9.
603.
It's 9.
603 is correct. Check the decimal. 370 plus 110 plus the 380 divided by 5 plus 30 plus 70 divided by 5, 75 divided by 5 plus 2.5 plus 0.40.
2.25
Yeah,
or 2.5.
603.9.
Who is confirming for me? So 380 divided by 5 will give you 76. 75 divided by 5 will give you 15.
15.
Confirm is 303.65.
Incoming. So point what?
65.
Yes. So your own is correct. So Derek, check the figures again. It's not 0.9, it's 0.65. All right. So this will be the total assets. So let's add everything here to get the total assets. See, this question, included everything. That's why you've kept long like this. And we have to take our time, okay? Because if you rush and do it in 1 hour and you don't understand, there's no.
944.85.
All right. So let's do the total equity.
Non-current liability is 130.
130. All right. Non-current, the first one, right?
Current liability 282.
282. So what will be our total liability? Someone should do total equity whilst we do the total liabilities. So Madam Sadia, do the
412. Total liability is 412.
412. Okay, who is doing the total equity from 158 to 89.83? Who is doing this?
It's 39.
Wait, wait,
392.85.
wait, wait.
392.85. So Abdullah, you
I
said
have 532.85.
Yes, 532.85.
532. So add it to your total liabilities to get total equity and liability. So add this to the 412.
944.85.
So in examination, don't care about the balance. Now, this is the end of consolidation. So we've treated everything under consolidation so far. Okay, so we just have to learn the formulas and how we treat the items. Okay, we've done everything under consolidation. Everything. We started with the basic, we moved on to vertical, mesh group, we moved on to step acquisition, control to control, control to non control to you move on to control to non-control to control. Okay, step acquisition, non-control to control, and control to control. And we also did disposal scenarios, control to control and control to non-control. After that, we came to do statement of cash flow. We did the basic, the FR1, right? And we move on to consolidated statement of cash flows. And we came to what? Consolidation of foreign subsidiaries. So we've done everything under consolidation. Everything under consolidation, per the syllabus, we've done everything. So your own is just to revise. If we have to watch video, read the notes, know how to treat the items, especially the basic one. You know, my problem is the basic. If you grab the basic, there's no way you can do the complicated one or the complex one. Just that sometimes they want to pile the additional information like this. So when you are reading, just be underline, use pencil to underline the most important items. Okay, the most important items. So this will be the end of consolidation. If you get back to consolidation, maybe unless I'm revising with you during the week, that's when I'll maybe mention some of the basic items. I'll go over with you with the basic things, the good method and all that. Okay, how each of these items are treated. Right. So this will be the end of consolidation. Please, do you have any question regarding what we've done today? All right. So we end it here. Thanks for your time and we'll meet on another day.